All right. There we go. There we go. I'm back live again. First, I'm gonna do an audio check. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna do audio. I'm gonna do a check. Sound check. I'm gonna do a sound check. Give me 1 second, everybody. Yes. Let me do a sound check. Okay. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay. Testing 1, 2, 3. Hello. All right. Let's begin. All right. All right, everybody. All right. So my name is Fitz. I'm an acupuncture physician. My name is Fitz. My name is Fitz, and I'm an acupuncturist out of Miami, Florida. And I just went live a little while ago talking about weight loss, and now I'm going live again to explain some more about weight loss and some other benefits that acupuncture covers. Okay. If you have any questions, I'm gonna try my best to answer them real time. So if you have any questions, just leave it in the comments. All right. So, what is acupuncture? I keep saying that, y'all. What is acupuncture? Acupuncture is a form of medicine that was invented by the Chinese thousands of years ago, and the theory is that our body is full of acupuncture points. Well, let me back up. Acupuncture, as acupuncturist, we believe that there's a natural flow of energy in the body called qi, QI, called qi, and the qi in the blood actually flows together, and we believe if there's any kind of disruption of the qi, that's when diseases happen. For example, picture a highway. Picture you on a highway, and picture the cars are cheap, right? If there's no traffic, if there's no accident, traffic just flows by naturally. But if there's an accident, then traffic gets blocked off or stagnated. So that's how we see qi when it comes to Chinese acupuncture. Acupuncture is good for a lot of medical conditions, and I can't stress this enough. Right? Acupuncture works wonders for stress, anxiety, insomnia, tinnitus, infertility. The list goes on and on and on. Impotence. Yes, it can help men with erectile dysfunction. It can help women if they have any sexual dysfunction. Also, it helps. Acupuncture is also good for menstrual issues. It's good for weight loss program. It's good for weight loss and everything like that. Okay? So, I'm going to go over some of the points with y'all today. Okay? I'm going to go over some of the acupuncture points with y'all today. Alright? Or more, I'm going to go over some, you know what? Let's do this. Let's go over some conditions. Alright? So, give me a second, everybody. Please, when y'all come in, smash that like button for me. Smash that like button. What are you waiting for? Show some love. Show some love. This is a free seminar I'm doing for y'all. Alright? So, give me a second. Alright? Now, one of the conditions that acupuncture treats is stomach issues. If you're constipated, for instance, we believe if you don't go to the bathroom every day, then you're constipated. Meaning that, as far as number 2, if you have bowel movements once every few days, you're constipated. And acupuncture can help free up your feces. Okay? And when it comes to constipation, let me back up again. Acupuncture, so I mentioned before, our body is full of acupuncture points. right? Most of the points are named after organs. For instance, we have the liver channel, we have the gallbladder channel, we have the stomach channel, the spleen channel, and so on. And do we have some extraordinary event? We also have some channels that's not part of an organ system per se. So, if you go to an acupuncturist, or if you hear me say this person had stomach or liver chi stagnation or anything like that, when I mention an acupuncture point with the organ, I'm not saying that person has an issue with that organ. I'm just saying that there's an issue with that channel that comes off that organ. Okay? Now, when it comes to Western medicine is the medicine that everybody is probably used to. Western medicine is what you call your medical doctors. Eastern medicine is what I do. Alright? So if you hear the term Eastern medicine or Western medicine, just know that Eastern medicine in this case refers to acupuncture. Western medicine refers to actual medical doctors. So Western medicine and Eastern medicine sometimes works together to make the patient right. At the end of the day, our job is to make the patient healthy again. Right? I did a live earlier about weight loss. Right? A lot of people ask me, can acupuncture help with weight loss? And I always tell them that when it comes to weight loss, it's not one thing. It's actually a number of things that needs to be done. But I always recommend doing something called intermittent fasting when it comes to weight loss. To me, in my opinion, that's one of the best ways to lose weight. It really is. So if you're overweight, if you're obese, or this and that, don't worry. There's hope for y'all. So now, let's go over some of the points real quick. Alright? Let's go over some of the points. So, the longest channel we have in our body is called a bladder channel. You know what? Hold on. Let me I'm gonna talk a little bit about menstrual issues for a minute, okay? So menstrual issues. Women, if you're suffering from menstrual issues, no period, painful period, scanty period, cramping, clots, PMS, don't worry, because there's hope for y'all. I've treated many women with menstrual issues with acupuncture, and let me tell you, they get better. Of course, everyone's different, but when it comes to acupuncture and menstrual issues, oh my goodness, you'd be surprised how effective that is. It really, really is. All right, and I tell people also, sometimes some women get discouraged because they go to, the doctor for like menstrual issues, and sometimes the doctor tries their best, but sometimes they just can't quite get the actual issue solved. So some doctors end up putting the patient on birth control pill or anything like that, and which can always throw off the body's natural flow. That's why I tell people, try acupuncture. When it comes to menstrual issues, try acupuncture. You'd be surprised how well effective that is. Also, for all you guys out there who are impotent or having erectile dysfunction, believe it or not, there's hope for y'all also, okay? Now, there's certain conditions that can cause a man to have erectile dysfunction, alright? For instance, if you're on certain medication, if you have, uncontrolled diabetes, if you're, so that can cause men to have, erectile dysfunction, but most of the time, sometimes it could be in your head. But no worries, acupuncture can also help men with impotence or erectile dysfunction. Okay? So of course there's the blue pill out there. There's a medication that can get you up and ready pretty quickly, which is awesome. But I'm pretty sure some of y'all want to do things the natural way also. And acupuncture can definitely help with erectile dysfunction. So there's definitely hope for y'all, okay? Give me 1 second, everybody. So the correct definition of impotence is a man's inability to achieve erection or ejaculation or both, and includes low libido. So causes could be pathogens, right? Emotions, stress, weak essence. I'm gonna get back to that a little later. Chronic illness can also cause erectile dysfunction. Medications, like I mentioned earlier, like antidepressants, steroids, and sedatives can cause sometimes erectile dysfunction, or just straight up drugs, heroin, or just tobacco products. Okay, so also if you have prostatitis, inflammation of the prostate, that can sometimes cause erectile dysfunction. I mentioned before, diabetes can cause it, stress can cause it, anxiety can cause it, multiple sclerosis, MS can cause that. Can cause erectile dysfunction sometimes. Hypothyroidism, not hyper. Hypothyroidism can sometimes cause erectile dysfunction, depression, and more. Okay, so let me say now. Hold up a minute. Give me a second. Okay, so fellas out there, when it comes to acupuncture, we follow certain patterns, right? So we all have certain patterns. For example, some people can have more of a heat pattern or a cold pattern, or chills and fever or wind and this and that. Okay, so some of the not magic points. In acupuncture, two people can have the same complaint, but have different origins. Let me explain. I can have two patients come in with complaints of being impotent, and you would think that both patients is going to get the same treatment plan. Not necessarily, because just because two people have the same type of health concerns doesn't mean that they get the same treatment plan. Okay, so that's why acupuncture works so well. By the way, acupuncture falls under traditional Chinese medicine, just so y'all didn't know. Okay, so when it comes to stress, when it comes to Western medicine and Eastern medicine, in Western medicine, stress is stress. In Eastern medicine, we call it liver qi stagnation. We call it liver qi stagnation. In Chinese medicine, the liver channel pairs up with the gallbladder channel. The liver channel is responsible for the free flow of qi. What does that mean? That means that in Chinese medicine theory, the liver channel makes sure the qi flows in all directions smoothly. If you're stressed, that can cause liver qi stagnation. You get it? The example I said earlier about the highway, the traffic, and the cars. Let's just say you're on the highway. Let's say all the cars are the qi. And let's say if there's no accident, the cars are flowing just fine. That's how qi is supposed to flow, smooth. If there's an accident, it backs up traffic. We call that stagnation or stasis, right? So when I say liver qi stagnation, that means that the liver channel, for whatever reason, due to stress, most of the time, is stagnating the qi, and that can cause certain health conditions. So when it comes to impotence, a patient might have liver qi stagnation, i.e., a lot of stress. Okay, and some of the signs are gonna be, inability to sustain or get an erection due to stress. Sometimes they might have rib pain. They might have gas. They might have irritable bowel syndrome, IBS. Right? As acupuncturists, we do a full exam, of course, head to toe. We also check your tongue and the pulse. When we check the pulse, we're not checking that, we're not only checking for the rhythm, we check for the texture of the pulse. We check to see if it's rapid, if it's slow, if it's deep, is it thin, is it slippery, is it wiry, So I'm gonna do other videos on pulse diagnosis, but just know that we can identify over 2 dozen type of pulses in the human body, right? For instance, if a person has a wiry pulse, it's like a guitar string. Picture a guitar string going ding, ding, ding. That's called a wiry pulse. If someone's pulse is wiry, it could be because of two things: pain or maybe mental issues. Okay, some other stuff too, but those are two main things that it could be. Okay, so if a guy comes to me and say, "Hey, I have," if a guy comes to me and say, "Hey, he has a problem getting an erection or keeping one," I do my exam. If I find that he has liver tree stagnation, i.e. stress, with some rib pain, everything like that, so then I say, okay, boom. Then I'm going to treat him for the liver tree stagnation, aka stress. So some of the points I will use are liver Li4 and liver 3. Li4, we call it the aspirin point. It's located between your thumb and your index finger. If you do this, right in this crease right here, that's Li4. Li4 stands for large intestinal 4. It's a very popular point. We call it the aspirin point because it's good for pain, it's good for headache. It's a command point of the face, so any face issues, Li4 can help solve that. Even there's palsy, right? Liver 3 is kind of like the foot version of Li4. It's between your big toe and your second toe, right? That web.